So you've tested your shoulder external and internal rotation, and you find that, hey, my left side is really bad at internal rotation, and my right side's pretty bad at external rotation. This is common, maybe not the case for you, it doesn't matter. What we want to make sure is that both of our sides can do the same thing. It's better for us to suck at both things than for us to be really good on one side and suck on the other. This discrepancy or imbalance is going to be really problematic, and you can understand that by thinking about the car analogy from before. If neither of my tires move, but they move in unison, that's okay. If one moves really well and one doesn't move at all, we are in trouble. So again, we got to make sure that we're up to speed, no pun intended, with the shoulders there. So if we're looking to increase our internal rotation, we're going to come back to that same position that we were in to test internal rotation, and we're going to work on some PAILS and rails. PAILS and rails: progressive angular isometric loading, regressive angular isometric loading. Isometric is just stationary, a hold, right? You can think about an isometric curl where you just hold the bicep curl. We are just trying to get stronger at our end range in both directions. So stay with me here, forget the terminology for now. We get to our end range. Let's say it's here. This is terrible. This is internal rotation. I'm remembering to keep my shoulder down and I'm not popping up, so I've almost got it set underneath me. When I get to my end range there, I'm going to try to increase, and this is where I'm stuck, okay? I've got some restrictions up in the shoulder, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a very gentle stretch here, and I'm going to hang out for about 2 minutes. It's a long time, but it's enough time to get the Golgi tendon to respond and sort of loosen up, grant you some new access. And the best way that we can do this is by breathing parasympathetically or into the belly, 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Now, even on just one nasal breath for me, I was able to get a couple more centimeters of that stretch without forcing anything. Really, I'm forcing the relaxation on the body here. Once your 2 minutes is up, make sure that you don't find yourself cheating the position. You come back to where you're in a good, true internal rotation of the shoulder position. Avoid any pinching, pain, problem areas. It should feel like a stretch wherever you're feeling it, and not a problem or a deep digging, knifing pain. If it does, you're just going to regress, come away from it, and make it easier on yourself. So PAILS and rails, what we're going to do is we're going to try to fight down with our top hand, just gently, while we resist by fighting back with this arm that we're trying to load. So we're going to increase tension, we're going to fight, we're going to try to keep about 50% tension as we fight these opposing forces. And for about 15 seconds or so, we'll fight, and then we will slowly release that and try to gain some range on our own. Now we'll do the same thing, we'll kind of repeat this PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation type thing. We'll keep going into it, keep trying to get more and more and more. Now you'll get a surprising amount more, but you will find a point where it's just not going to do anything new unless you cheat. So respect that for the day. This is building true strength in the shoulder joint, much like any other exercise. You can't just keep deadlifting and all of a sudden get to 400 pounds, 500 pounds. It's going to take some time. So the regressive as well is going to be fighting the other direction, where we're trying to go into it. Progressive, we're going to try to go into it. And so I'm trying to continue more, and now I'm going to give myself a little feedback, a little counter effort, and then again try to go into it even more. Okay, so we're going to go away from the position and then into the position, and we're going to keep kind of trading off gently for about 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off in both directions.